Hey Sean, today we got this budget-friendly project from an upcycled picture frame. It's a very simple DIY project, very limited tools, and probably get it done in about an afternoon. So let's get started. Alright, to get started, you're going to need the frame. We used the mint chalk paint, then the antique wax for finishing. You're going to need a foam brush. Then you're going to need the decorative tacks, some miniature 1-inch clothespins. We chose white, and then the rope to hang in between the tacks. Alright, so before we get started, let's go over the cost of this project. The frame was bought at Goodwill for around $3. The chalk paint costs right around $7 if you buy it off the shelf. I usually wait around for a clearance and get a bunch of them for $4 each. Same goes for the antique wax. Usually if one is on sale, the other one is on sale as well. The decorative tacks cost around $2 for a pack of 40. The miniature clothespins are $2 for a pack of 10. The brushes are right around 25 cents each. You can get a pack of them for around $5 if you're going to use them. The twine I got at the dollar store. It's always nice to have around. So all in all, this cost right around $16. My fiance saw a similar frame at the craft store for right around $40. So for a few hours worth of work, I think it's more than worth it. So we start by painting the frame, of course. Like I stated in my previous video, the link is below. But using the chalk paint cuts out a lot of the prep time. This particular frame was painted before with like a semi-gloss latex paint, so it was kind of slick. So I ended up having to do 2 solid coats and then a few touch-up spots here and there. All in all, it wasn't that bad. This paint dries very quickly, so there wasn't a lot of wait time in between it. Alright, so let me take a minute here and just explain that this brush that I'm using is not necessary. I just happen to have one, and it made things a little bit neater. You can very well paint the inside trim with the foam brush. It'll be a little bit messier, which I found out once I started painting. So yeah, here I'm finishing up the inside trim. Here it's up to you as far as how many coats you want to do. It's kind of a part of the frame that's not going to be seen very much. It's going to be, kind of hidden by some of the pictures, and if you're going for a rustic look, it's not completely necessary that it's solid all the way through, so I ended up with 1 coat all the way around. Now for this next step, I did forget to say that you will need a smaller brush for this step. You're not going to be able to get away with using a foam brush for this. I guess technically you could use a clean cloth to apply the wax, depending on your desired look. My fiance does not like a whole lot of antiquing, so cloth would not work in this instance. It would apply too much of the antique wax, and it would be hard to buff away, and it would just look a little bit too dingy, more than she likes. So I went with a smaller brush, and I'm just getting the wax in the nooks and crannies and in the crevices, and then once it's in there in a nice thick coat, I come back with a clean cloth, and then I'm buffing it away. It's very simple, it's very easy. It's hard to overdo this way, because it's such a small amount at a time. You could easily buff it away. Okay, so now it's time to put the decorative tacks in. We want to use 4x6 pictures in this frame, so I figured we could get about 3 lines down. So I started the first line at 2 inches down from the top of the frame, and I marked it here. And so we'll mark it on both sides, and then once we're done marking it, then we'll put the tack in one end. And there's Lily, my LillyCat. You can see her channel if you'd like. I'll put a link below. Okay, so to get my 3 lines of pictures, I needed to start at that 2-inch mark. From that 2-inch mark, I measured down 4 inches. And from that mark, I measured down 4 inches. Once I marked it on both sides, I went ahead and started placing my tacks. I placed the first tack on the 2-inch mark. I tied my rope around there. I made sure it was nice and tight, and then I pressed the tack all the way down. For help with this, I ended up using the handle of some pliers I had. It was just a lot easier to get it in the wood that way. Once it was in the wood, I went ahead and pulled the rope tight across the frame and tied it to the other tack and pressed that tack down as well. I worked my way down with all 6 tacks, and then it was done. Alright, and here's the final product. Like I said, this frame was made for 4x6s, but you can cut pictures to different sizes and, you know, kind of put them together and overlap and whatever you like. It's kind of the point of the frame. They're not in any set position, so it's nice. You can see the antiquing done in the corners where, you know, the dirt and grime would kind of build up over the years. Overall, I like how it turned out, so thanks. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, give me a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and keep up to date on future videos.